Hey guys, Physio Fred here, back for Project Stunt, where the goal is to make resources for more people to get into partner stunt. In this two-part video, we're talking about the first two skills you learn as a beginner partner stunter, extension and platform. Today in part one, we'll cover the extension skill, which is the recommended skill you learn before platform in part two. We'll go over what the extension skill is, how to hold it, and common mistakes. Let's get to it. Before we start, we need to understand that stunts are held at two levels: the hands position and the top position. Extension and platform are two skills that are held at the top level. The extension skill is feet apart and the platform skill is feet together. These two skills provide the foundation of all stunt progressions at that top position, meaning even when you're ready to progress, you should always come back to these skills as part of your warm-up. I recommend learning extension before platform to get familiar with holding at the top, as the platform grip is more complicated and the base of support is smaller, making it more difficult to hold, which we'll go into more details when we're talking about the platform in the part 2 video. How to perform the extension skill. As a beginner, the extension skill will start from hands. The base dips and drives, and the skill finishes as the flyer reaches the top with her feet slightly apart. Bases, the grip doesn't change from the hands position to the top position. So if you don't know what that is, link for that video down in the description below. For the dip and drive, the power comes from the legs while you hold steady with your core and lats. As you drive up, you will guide the flyer's feet towards the center so the flyer's feet line up on top or just inside your shoulder joints. Remember this because as you progress, it will help with one-arm skills. Bases, when settling into the final resting position at the top, remember to be in a stacked position. If you don't know what that is, I've explained it in the previous video and the link will be in the description down below. Oh. Flyers, when we look from the front, we want the feet to be underneath or just outside your hip joint, depending on the base's shoulder and the flyer's hip width. Make sure to ride the dip and drive and continue to squeeze your feet together as the base guides it to the top position. This will help you and the base stay strong throughout the entire stunt. Flyers, your feet position should be flat with pressure in the midfoot or slightly in the balls of your feet. The preference is up to you, just make sure to stay consistent with it and communicate it with the base. With your body position, we want your shoulders, hips and ankle all in a line when we look from the side, or hips slightly forward in front of that line. If you want more information on flying, check out the flying drills in the video link down below. Okay, so let's go over some common mistakes. This is me on the left starting my extension, and this is me on the right at the end of my extension when I'm tired. So you can see that my back is arched, my hands are coming apart, and my elbows are starting to bend and flare out. We want to stay in the nice stacked position, hands over our shoulder joint and our arms straight. Moving on to the next clip for the base. So this base is dumping the hands forward so the flyer's feet is pointed downwards. When the flyer's feet are pointed downwards, it's really hard for them to stand on your hands. So you want to keep your hands leveled and control the feet back and forth and side to side. So in this situation, we have a new flyer, and every time we go to extension, their chest comes forward and their butt comes out, which is very normal because they don't want to fall backwards. So flyers, remember to make sure to keep your chest up, shoulders back, nice and tall and tight throughout your entire body. Remember, we talked about keeping the shoulder, hips and ankle in a line when we look from the side. So make sure you're doing that. And the last thing I need you to remember is just actively keeping your feet in together so that they don't come apart. This goes for when you're in hands and when you are guided to the top position. Flying is scary. Make sure that you have a coach, make sure you have spotters, and make sure that you trust and talk to your base. The only way to get better is to trust each other and work together as a team. So to accelerate your proficiency in this skill, I recommend practicing in 2 ways, performing multiple reps and increasing the duration you can hold it at extension. I suggest building to at least 5 reps of hands push to extension, as well as being able to hold extension for 30 seconds or longer. Remember, both of you need to work together, so make it a team effort to stop the feet from coming apart, along with making sure to keep the feet flat and leveled when things get challenging. That's it for the end of the video. Thank you so much for staying to the end. Like if you found that video useful, and sub if you want to see more content like this, and part 2 where we talk about platform. I'm Physio Fred for Project Stunt. Stay safe, happy stunting, and I'll see you guys in the next video.